leaves on the rock, you fall them from a tree that you can't see. It's behind and much higher up. They've fallen very recently. They're just barely dried out. It's fall. I started out by showing you a dead dragonfly down in the river here. And then I panned down into the river, downriver, moved upriver. And I showed you this whole area where there's the white rock. My wonderful, beautiful white rock. Last year, this was the river. And from the water coming down off the cliffs, roaring down from miles away, it brought all this white rock, and it filled in this part of the river. These leaves are still soft. They were green and they're yellow now. They're losing the green of what keeps them alive in a sense. So this world, it's always moving, always changing, always cycling through the seasons, which are seasons of chaos and order, seasons of life and death. Some of those seasons in some place of the world are almost perpetual darkness during the day and then light. There's this constant movement as if between these opposites that actually allow for the movement, because if there was no change, if these leaves didn't recycle, just like a ponderosa pine forest needs to recycle too, it needs fire. It needs the fire to burn up all the pine needles that have fallen from those trees that don't really lose their leaves seasonally, but not certainly like these do. So the element of fire keeps it moving, keeps things growing. But all these leaves, they've come to rest on this solid, immovable, as if rock. And I sit here on this rock as if it's like the rock, the ground of my being. So the rivers, they could flood, they could be up 12 feet above this, but the rock's still here. The leaves fall and rest on it, rest on this ground of being. So this ground of being, the question is there something deeply intimate within us, without, that we are, that neither is born nor dies? When I'm quiet, that's the answer to that question. When I'm quiet and letting all life move and flow, and what I love dies, and joy comes in, and sadness and grief, all the change and movement of life, This is where I remain in touch with it. It is as if I'm always touching it. And in touching it, it is almost like these gracious, motherly, compassionate arms that allows all the movements, that denies nothing, that is peaceful, unmoving, so today this rock is my guru. All I have to do is be in resonance to it. Resonance. A resonance of quiet, peace, compassion. It's like a tone. It's everywhere. And this tone, this tone is who I really am. This tone, even when it's quiet, is there. So all the other music of life, it's as if it comes out of this single tone, this single octave. The wind's blowing. Right on that note, the wind blew. So when the magic happens, it's just, okay, you just taught me what I was saying. That's why I come to these places, because they effortlessly teach me, and I effortlessly learn. How to be this how to be this. Well, for me now, there's nothing really to figure out. The question to the answer, who am I, is right there in the quiet. So I'm just sharing what it teaches me. The book, The Medicine of One, is going to be published in a week or two, and I'm just sharing what I've been taught. From being quiet, from serving others, to clear the way to this round of being. The sound of the river is that tone. It is that tone. All we have to do is listen. Listen. Choose. Choose. Choose.